A wave of African Americans are choosing to move to the African continent.
We begin this hour with the story of an African country opening its arms to Black Americans.
5,000 Black Americans who've already gone back to Ghana.
You ever sit at your desk, scrolling through Instagram, and see someone sipping coconut water on a golden beach in Africa while you're debating if $14 avocado toast is still worth it? Yeah. That's the moment your soul whispers, maybe it's time to log out of the Matrix. And apparently, thousands of Black Americans already did. They're packing their laptops, passports, and that one cousin who always says, let's move to Africa, and they're actually doing it. Because here's the thing, the Back to Africa wave isn't just a hashtag anymore. It's a whole movement. Over the last few years, more people have realized that peace of mind, community, and purpose aren't luxuries. They're non-negotiables. And if the American grind culture feels like an endless hamster wheel with Wi-Fi, Africa's starting to look like the off-ramp to sanity. So, where do you even start? Out of 54 countries, which ones actually make sense for Black Americans looking to migrate? Start fresh and reconnect with something real. Well, let's start with one that's not just calling you back, it's literally rolling out the red carpet. When your plane lands in Ghana, it doesn't just touch down. It touches your spirit. The warm air, the rhythm, the smiles. It's like the whole country said, welcome home, we've been waiting. Ghana isn't just a destination, it's a feeling. In 2019, the government launched the Year of Return, inviting the African diaspora to come home and reconnect with their roots. And people came. Not a few dozen influencers trying to get content for their travel vlogs, thousands of Black Americans landed in Accra, and a lot of them just never left. Why? Because Ghana hits that sweet spot between comfort and culture. English is the official language, so no awkward Google Translate moments at the grocery store. The country's politically stable, the people are genuinely warm, and for about $1,200 a month, you can live comfortably in Accra, rent, food, and still have money left for jollof rice and rooftop cocktails. If you're wondering where to stay, places like East Legon and Airport City are basically mini Atlantas. You've got modern apartments, solid infrastructure, co-working spaces, and nightlife that doesn't sleep. It's where you'll meet entrepreneurs, creatives, and a whole wave of returnees building communities from scratch. But here's the part that hits different. Ghana has history that doesn't whisper, it speaks. When you visit Cape Coast Castle and stand in those stone chambers where millions were once taken from their homeland, it does something to you. It's a moment that bridges the gap between past and present in a way no book or documentary ever could. You don't just visit Ghana, you feel Ghana. And this emotional gravity is exactly why so many people call it the gateway home. It's not about escaping America. It's about finding balance, belonging, and the kind of peace that doesn't come with a monthly subscription fee. You'll find entrepreneurs who came for a visit and ended up launching businesses, retirees who traded winter coats for year-round sunshine, and families raising their kids in communities that feel like family because they are. But maybe you're watching this thinking, okay, Ghana sounds great, but I'm looking for something quieter. Less city noise, more serenity. I want peace, but make it affordable, and with Wi-Fi that doesn't buffer during Netflix. Perfect. Because the next country on this list is basically Africa's best-kept secret. Imagine a place that feels like Mars and Paradise had a baby. Peaceful, stunning, and criminally underrated. Namibia. Yeah, I know. Most people don't even know where to pin it on a map. And that's exactly why it's perfect. Because while everyone's busy fighting for Wi-Fi in overcrowded cities, Namibia is out here offering peace, space, and sunsets that look photoshopped in real life. This country is what would happen if calm had a capital. It's clean, organized, and ridiculously peaceful. Like, leave your laptop on the cafe table and it'll still be there when you get back. Levels of safe. The capital, Windhoek, looks like a blend of modern Europe and African warmth. Think German architecture with palm trees and sunshine that doesn't quit. For Black Americans looking to relocate, Namibia is basically the soft life in HD. The crime rate is low, political stability is high, and you can live comfortably for about $1,000 to $1,500 a month. Yes, that's total. Rent, food, transport, all covered. Compare that to US prices, and your wallet will start humming, "Lift every voice and sing." And the landscapes? Unreal. The Namib Desert looks like Mars if Mars had better lighting. Etosha National Park is straight out of a documentary. You'll literally question if your iPhone camera is lying to you. And the Skeleton Coast, hauntingly beautiful, dramatic, and somehow peaceful all at once. It's like nature's way of saying, "Relax, you made it." Now, the best part? The people. Namibians are warm but laid back. Nobody's rushing. Nobody's side-eyeing you for taking up space. You can breathe. You can exist without that constant hyper-awareness that comes with being a Black person in America. You're not the Black person in the room anymore. You're just a person. And since English is widely spoken, you don't have to learn a new language just to order food or pay bills. Infrastructure's good, healthcare's solid, and the pace of life is perfect for anyone who wants to downshift without disconnecting. But here's the thing. Namibia isn't flashy. It's not for people chasing the next party or big city lights. It's for people who want peace with purpose. A quiet life with space to think, build, and breathe. It's the kind of place where you can hear your own thoughts again. And for some of us, that's a luxury money can't buy. So, if your dream life looks like journaling on your balcony while watching an orange desert sunset instead of fighting morning traffic, Namibia might just be your spirit's home office. But hold up, maybe you're not quite ready for total tranquility yet. You want peace, sure, but also progress. You want a country that feels futuristic, clean streets, tech startups, a government that actually functions, and a city that makes you feel like you stepped 5 years into the future. Well, get ready, because the next stop on this journey, it's one of Africa's greatest comeback stories, Rwanda. The name alone carries weight. And if your brain just went, "Wait, isn't that the country that—" Stop, because what Rwanda is now will blow your mind. This place didn't just rebuild, it rebirthed itself. It's giving Black excellence with infrastructure. Kigali, the capital, looks like someone took Singapore, dropped it in Africa, added hills, and said, "Yeah, let's do better." Streets, spotless, plastic bags, banned, traffic, surprisingly chill. Even the airport feels like it has its life together. You land there and think, wow, this country clearly read Atomic Habits. Rwanda is where discipline meets ambition. The government is laser-focused on innovation. They're investing in tech, startups, green energy, digital services, the kind of stuff most countries are still making PowerPoints about. The country's goal? To become Africa's tech hub. And guess what? They're actually doing it. Safety, top tier. Rwanda consistently ranks as one of the safest countries in Africa. You can walk around Kigali at night without constantly checking over your shoulder. That's not a luxury, that's peace of mind. And if you're a woman watching this, here's something rare. Rwanda has the highest percentage of women in parliament in the world. That's right, over 60% of government seats are held by women. Translation: when decisions are made, everyone's voice actually counts. Now let's talk cost of living. A comfortable lifestyle in Kigali will set you back around $1,200 a month. That's rent, utilities, Wi-Fi that actually works, and a few weekend getaways to Lake Kivu when you feel like living your digital nomad fantasy. And getting residency? Way easier than you'd expect. The government actively encourages the African diaspora to invest and settle. They want you here. There's an entire program dedicated to connecting Africans abroad with opportunities back home. You're not just tolerated, you're invited. But beyond the numbers, Rwanda's biggest flex is its mindset. The energy here is all about rebuilding, reinventing, and reclaiming identity. You feel it in the architecture, the art, the people. It's clean, yes, but it's also clear. A country that knows where it came from and exactly where it's going. You'll meet entrepreneurs launching startups, creatives building brands, and locals who talk about progress like it's a personal mission. It's not chaotic growth, it's intentional evolution. And that's what makes Rwanda magnetic. It's not just beautiful, it's visionary. It's proof that Africa's future isn't waiting for permission. It's already under construction. But maybe you're watching this thinking, okay, I like the structure, but I also like a little chaos. I want peace, but with a side of city life. A bit of glam, a bit of grind, mountains, and mimosas. Perfect. Because next up, we're flying into a country that feels like three worlds in one. Luxury, landscape, and pure rhythm. South Africa, the land where modern living meets African soul. Where every sunset looks like a movie ending, and every day feels like a new season of your favorite show. If you're the type who wants it all, comfort, culture, business opportunities, nightlife, nature, and a view that makes your American apartment look like a broom closet, South Africa is calling your name, loud and proud. Let's start with the visuals. Cape Town. My goodness, it's like God said, let's show off a little. You've got Table Mountain rising out of the clouds, beaches that look stolen from the Maldives, and wine estates so fancy even your inner broke college student starts speaking with a British accent. Then there's Johannesburg, Joburg, if you want to sound cool. That's the engine room of the country. It's fast-paced, bold, and dripping with creative energy. It's where art, tech, and hustle collide in one loud, unapologetic explosion of ambition. Imagine Atlanta and Dubai had a love child with an African accent. That's Joburg. Now for Black Americans looking to relocate, South Africa hits that rare balance between familiarity and adventure. English is the main language, infrastructure is modern, and the cost of living, surprisingly reasonable. A decent one-bedroom apartment in a good area, around $700. Total monthly lifestyle, from Wi-Fi to wine, about $1,500 to $2,000. Not bad for first-world living with third-world pricing. Healthcare, excellent. Internet, fast. Nightlife, legendary. You'll find everything from Afro house clubs that run till sunrise to beach bars that make you question why you ever tolerated cold weather. But here's the thing. Beyond all the aesthetics, South Africa feels alive. The culture is loud, expressive, and confident. The music, the fashion, the slang. It's like a remix of everything you already love, but with more flavor and soul. You won't just see Black excellence here, you'll feel it. There's also a strong diaspora community already thriving. Americans, Brits, and Caribbeans who've moved, built businesses, and created networks that make it easy to plug in fast. Whether you're into real estate, content creation, consulting, or remote work, South Africa gives you the platform and the audience. But, and this is important, like any major city, you need a little street smarts. Johannesburg especially has areas where you don't want to test your luck with your iPhone out at 2 a.m. But once you understand the rhythm, it's pure magic. And speaking of rhythm, this next country doesn't just have it, it is it. Because while South Africa gives you luxury, the next one gives you soul. We're heading to a place where the ocean hums like a drumline, the food tastes like celebration, and the people greet you like family you forgot you had. It's warm, it's vibrant, and it might just be the ultimate destination for anyone chasing peace, pride, and purpose. Senegal, the country that greets you with music in the air, rhythm in the streets, and warmth so real you'll forget you ever owned a winter jacket. If Africa had a heartbeat, it would sound like Senegal's drumline. From the second you land in Dakar, you feel it, that energy. It's golden. Not the fake kind that people try to capture with Instagram filters, but the kind that hits your spirit and whispers, "You're home." Senegal doesn't try to impress you, it just exists beautifully. The culture is expressive, the people are proud, and the vibe, effortless. It's the kind of place where even a walk to the market feels like a mini festival. Now let's talk facts, because behind all that rhythm is serious structure. Senegal is one of West Africa's most stable democracies. It's politically calm, economically growing, and socially vibrant. And if you're a Black American looking to migrate, it's one of the most welcoming countries you'll ever experience. The cost of living? Surprisingly moderate. Around $1,000 to $1,400 a month gets you a comfortable apartment, delicious food, and an ocean view that would cost 10 times more in the States. And let's be real, eating fresh seafood daily while paying less rent than your old electric bill? That's a flex. The Wi-Fi is strong, remote work is easy, and if you're into culture, Dakar's art scene is unmatched. From contemporary galleries to street murals that tell entire histories, creativity here doesn't hide, it shines. And speaking of history, you can't talk about Senegal without mentioning Gorée Island. The Door of No Return is one of the most powerful, emotional sites in the world. Standing there, you feel centuries collapse into a single heartbeat. But here's the thing. While Gorée honors the past, Senegal itself is writing a new chapter, one of reconnection, pride, and revival. People here live with rhythm, not rush. There's a deep sense of community, something that's been missing in a lot of Western societies. In Senegal, people see you, they greet you, they invite you in. You're not just existing beside them, you're with them, and that's rare. French is widely spoken, but even if your accent sounds like Duolingo on a bad day, people will smile, help you, and probably feed you before correcting you. Because that's the Senegalese way. Hospitality that humbles you. Now, if you're a creative, a digital nomad, or someone chasing purpose, Senegal hits all the right notes. It's culturally rich, globally connected, and spiritually grounding. It's the kind of place where you don't just live, you belong. So, let's recap. Ghana gives you roots and history. Namibia gives you peace and space. Rwanda gives you innovation and discipline. South Africa gives you luxury and life. And Senegal gives you soul. This isn't about escaping America, it's about expanding your world. It's about realizing that Black excellence doesn't have to survive, it can thrive. So, if you've ever felt that tug, that whisper telling you there's more out there, maybe this is your sign. Start researching, start planning, start dreaming again. Because home isn't always where you were born. Sometimes, it's waiting for you on the other side of the Atlantic, arms wide open saying, "Welcome back."